Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to warmly welcome each of you at the 13th Aviation Forum hosted here in the Congress Center in Hamburg. We are very happy about 1,300 participants from 47 countries registered for this conference, including more than 950 on-site attendees. And this is, by the way, the highest number of in-person participants since our first Aviation Forum in the year 2010. A special welcome goes out to nearly 400 online attendees in front of the screens, 45 partners and sponsors, as well as 100 exhibitors who are presenting their innovative solutions and their innovative products in the exhibition hall, and more than 70 speakers who will share their ideas, their thoughts, and their experiences with us during the two conference days. And they will enrich our event with their different perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly fantastic that you are joining this conference today. Welcome to all of you. What can you expect today and tomorrow? This year's motto is Building the Future of Aerospace. Pioneer, collaborate, and accelerate now. We will delve into topics such as resilience operations and processes, strong collaborations and digitalization, and sustainable strategies and innovations. And we will emphasize the need of close cooperations and partnerships between the supply chain partners in the day-to-day business. The overall goal pursued is to establish an aerospace supply chain that meet both current and future needs, and this in terms of readiness, production targets, resiliency, and competitiveness in the entire life cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Aviation Forum provides an opportunity for exchanging ideas, sharing best practices, and forging partnerships. We can learn from each other, and we can collaborate to find innovative solutions. I encourage you to openly share your experiences, pose critical questions, and to engage in constructive discussions. Effective communication and smooth networking among all conference participants are essential for an open exchange of ideas. And therefore, we would like to start this morning with a networking kickoff. And for this kickoff, I do need your active participation. We have a clearly defined procedure for the networking kickoff, but if something unexpected happens, please be creative and improvise. So, I'd like to ask all those ladies and gentlemen in the first row to stand up. All those gentlemen and ladies in the third row to stand up, in the fifth row to stand up, and all other rows keep seated. So starting from the first row, every second row please stand up. All other rows remain seated. Okay, there are some people sitting. Now, all people standing, please turn around. And all people sitting, please stand up. Now try to make eye contact. And if you succeeded, please share a friendly smile. Please form now groups of up to 4 people each. Those standing at the table at the end of the conference room, 1 table is 1 group. And if there is no row in front of you or behind you, please build a group with your neighbors on the left and on the right. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment you will hear an acoustic signal, and then each group member has 30 seconds to introduce themselves, starting with the youngest in the group. So the first challenge is to identify the youngest in the group. Ladies and gentlemen, each 30-second introduction round starts with an acoustic signal, and the initial sound you hear now. Enjoy networking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation. Please sit down again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Please sit down again. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the noise, this networking kick-off was a success. To facilitate efficient networking, ladies and gentlemen, we recommend downloading our conference app. And this you can easily do by scanning the displayed QR code. The app allows you to view the participant list, schedule meetings with on-site and online attendees, participate in surveys, like questions of others, pose questions, and engage in interesting discussions. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce and welcome the patron and the competence partner of the Aviation Forum, Mr. Jürgen Westermeier, CPO at Airbus. And I also welcome our competence partner, Alexander Reinhardt, Managing Director at the German Aerospace Industries Association, BDLI. And I also officially, at this point, I officially welcome our competence partner, Dr. Michael Haidinger. He is president at the Boeing company, Germany, Central and Eastern Europe. Unfortunately, his flight from Munich was cancelled, so he will be unable to join our conference this year. Thank you very much that you already came on stage. I would like to focus the next few minutes on two big challenges of the aerospace industry: emerging technologies and collaboration. There are a number of emerging technologies, including artificial intelligence and blockchain. And some of these technologies hold the potential to reshape the aerospace industry in the upcoming years. Mr. Westermeier, from your point of view, which technologies have the biggest potential to reshape the aerospace industry?
This is an excellent question, and I would rather address this from the side, what is the challenge we are having? And I'm pretty sure everybody in the room can answer this. It is sustainability, and we need to decarbonize and really make the next step in sustainability to ensure that we in the aerospace industry keep our license to operate. And therefore, the first technology which has the potential and actually needs to fulfill this potential is, for me, sustainable aircraft fuel, which has the potential to reduce the CO2 emissions up to 80%. So this is the first step of technology which we are driving at Airbus, but not only at Airbus, we are collaborating with our engine makers. We are now have all our engines certified to be able to use up to 100% sustainable aircraft fuels. So it is now the collaborative challenge of us, of the ecosystems, to drive this technology to make sustainable aircraft fuel available so that we can really use this and decarbonize. And this is step number one. And step number two, where we also collaborate very strongly, is hydrogen, which is then as a future technology for us, probably the right technology to really enable zero carbon emission flight. And here at Airbus, we want to have a product ready with an entry into service in 2035, but this should pave the way, this should be an enabler for us, for all the ecosystem, that we are enabling the ecosystem, production, storage, distribution of hydrogen to decarbonize aerospace, to make it sustainable and to keep our license to operate.
Thank you very much, Mr. Westermeier. Before we come to collaboration, I would like to congratulate you, Mr. Reinhardt, to your new position as Managing Director of the BDLI, of the German Industries Aerospace Association, since the 1st of June. Thank you. Collaboration is also a big challenge for the aerospace industry. I would like to know how crucial do you believe partnerships and collaborations, both within the industry and across industries, in driving success in innovations?
Well, I think it's more important than ever. Yeah? These days, the challenges, Jürgen mentioned it, are so large and actually are not just limited to our branch, but are societal challenges that need to be tackled together and jointly. So part of the job of an association like ours, together with our sister associations in France, Spain, UK and other countries, is to really forge strong alliances. Yeah? And to ensure that, first of all, OEMs take the SMEs along, that, of course, the challenges for the SMEs are there, but it's manageable, that the industrial footprint in the various countries remains strong, and that we hence keep the leadership, the worldwide leadership role that we have in Europe in aviation, which is one of the very few branches where we have a worldwide leadership role, and at the same time enhance partnerships with all the competition there is, but enhance partnerships, work together, and have the future solutions together at hand, and also to tackle then the topics that we need to address with politics together, to set the framework, as I said, a societal job, much more than just the branch, to set the framework with politics in order to get the necessary conditions to be able to reach carbon-free flight.
Thank you very much. A full conference program awaits us today and tomorrow. Are there specific topics, specific presentations you are particularly interested in?
I must say this is a tough question because it is a great program we're having. Topics like resilience, sustainability, are really combined with collaboration are at the heart what we need to do. But I must confess, personally, I'm really looking forward to the speech of Carla from NASA. This Vision 2040 technology innovation is really triggering me, and I'm really looking forward to see what we can hear from Carla.
Thank you very much.
Well, I have two that I'm looking forward to, particularly related to the challenges we've got. One is the one about complete collaborating with a complete ecosystem. So, as I said, a societal topic beyond flight and aviation to decarbonize aviation. And the second one is obviously how to tackle the topics about the strategies to win the talent battle and to attract top industry professionals and keep them in the branch. So these two are the ones that I'm particularly looking at today.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Final question before the official opening of the Aviation Forum. Are there specific aspects of the Aviation Forum you are most looking forward to this year?
I can say, and I don't know how it is with you, it was again not an easy year. Sometimes you could say energy draining, and therefore I'm really happy to be here at this conference to talk about the future, to really meet colleagues, to meet key stakeholders, have energizing conversation, energizing discussions, do a great networking. So for me, this is giving me energy, and therefore I'm really looking forward to the next 2 days.
Well, for me, it's also getting back to networking and personal encounters. You said it, I've got a new job here, a new role. I know many of you because I've been in the branch before for a few years, I could say. And so networking, I think, for me is the key thing that I'm looking forward to with all of you.
Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has come, the official opening of the Aviation Forum. You observed the thrust controllers in front of you. I would like to ask you to push the lever slowly forward after my countdown. 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all wish you a most successful Aviation Forum 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm very happy that Mr. Reinhardt will stay on stage and will address you with words of welcome.
Thank you very much. So, I've got a couple of slides which may be shown on the screen, hopefully. Yes, thank you. So, dear Dr. Walther, dear Jürgen, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, it's my first time here today, and 6 months ago I had the honor and privilege to take over as the new Managing Director of Germany's Aerospace Industries Association, BDLI, and to take a leading role in a sector that has been my professional home for more than 20 years is really a great honor. One of the things that we already did anew is that we have a new logo with a claim, because for us our sector is all about connecting the dots. That means providing connections between places, connecting people with commercial flight, but also between Earth and space. We are the Aeronautics and Space Association, and between industries, as I said it, thanks to the groundbreaking technologies that emerge from aerospace. And finally, also between companies and politics. The BDLI represents the interests of the German civil and military aerospace industry along the entire value chain in Germany. Our 260 members, from OEMs to mid-sized suppliers and startups, are represented throughout the entire country. And just to give you a few facts and figures here, last year, 105,000 directly highly skilled employees generated a turnover of almost 40 billion euros, which shows a significant increase compared to 2021. So, the German aerospace industry recovered from the effects of the coronavirus crisis. And not only the German, but in general, air traffic is back to pre-crisis level, as you can see here, nearly. Our largest segment in the association, the civil aviation industry that we address here today, has seen a boost after the end of the corona pandemic. Production of both medium-haul and long-haul aircraft is increasing, making a correspondingly positive impact on the deeply integrated medium-sized supplier industry throughout Germany. Our industry here has an enormous footprint in the country, a country which is the world's fourth largest economy. 1 in 6 new passenger aircraft is final assembled and delivered here in Hamburg by Airbus, the world market leader. But you will even more find technology made in Germany in any new passenger aircraft worldwide, which is an impressive success of our SME companies. We are also a leading manufacturer of helicopters and, I said it, space technologies. And in military aviation, Germany plays an important role in the A400M, the Eurofighter, and looking ahead, the Future Combat Air System, FCAS. But back to commercial. A major pillar here is the resilience of the supply chain. We need to work on the resilience of the supply chain to ensure it's ready to master the ramp-up of the A320 family and the long-haul jets. An emerging key initiative in this is Aero Excellence. Many of you will have heard of it, if not only already you are familiar with it. It aims to ensure that the ramp-up goes smoothly. Its evaluation of suppliers is based on a new standard, which is to replace the IPCAS, so the Industrial Process Control Assessment, and that will start particularly for the direct Airbus suppliers, but is aimed at going beyond. Aero Excellence evaluates organization and resource management, planning and logistics, industrial management of suppliers, industrialization and quality, and manufacturing excellence. We, the BDLI, and our French sister association, GIFAS, work very closely together on the design and the possible introduction of this initiative. Another challenge is the shortage of skilled workers. Nearly 300,000 are missing with a background in STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The current societal issues, ladies and gentlemen, such as climate protection, digitalization, and demographic change make this challenge even more urgent. And let's not forget, we still live more than ever in a VUCA world, a rapidly changing environment characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This demands a high degree of flexibility and adaptability from our employees. We encourage them to actively address the challenges of this world and to support them with the aim of further developing their problem-solving, innovation, and collaboration skills. BDLI works together with our member companies to get young people excited about aerospace and STEM in general. For instance, as you can see here with the Future Aviation magazine, Zukunftsflieger, which is aiming even at kids age of 10 to 12, including an experiment kit that you can see here on the right, and our online image campaign, #FutureTakeoff. It's worth taking a look at it, so don't hesitate. It's clear that recruiting skilled workers will again be a priority for us next year, also at ILA 2024. Climate and sustainability are at the center of attention to all of us, and certainly to the next generation that we want to reach. As you know, we've already reduced emissions per passenger and mile by 80% since the beginning of the jet age, quite substantial. And now we work on technologies to ensure aviation becomes ever more sustainable. You can see them listed here, from new propulsion systems and alternative fuels that we'll hear a lot about today, and Jürgen already mentioned it, to digitalization of air traffic management and development of production processes, smart materials and aerodynamic structures, also something which is very strong represented here in the north of Germany, to systems and cabin. So yes, we've created hundreds of thousands of high-tech jobs in Europe and Germany, but aerospace is so much more, isn't it? It's about our freedom. It's about security and prosperity. Now, Europe has the opportunity to become the hub for sustainable aviation in the world. But we can only achieve this if the political framework conditions are right. we need to avoid burnout by bureaucracy and red tape and counterproductive legislations on substances, talking about things like REACH and PFAS here. That's also what we are working on intensively at BDLI, together with our sister associations and ASD in Brussels. Once again, it's great to see you all today, and I invite you already today to next year's Berlin Aviation Summit on the 4th of June and ILA 2024 in Berlin on the 5th to 9th of June. It will be all about sustainability, new technologies and innovations, and it's going to be the most exciting air show in the EU next year, so don't miss it. The ILA's International Supplier Center, particularly aiming at you here, the audience, will again be the meeting and networking place for the international industry supply chain, with 3 exclusive business-to-business days from Wednesday to Friday. Now, I wish you all a productive and inspirational conference, and I thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.